We're live. Another
Yes.
episode of our football podcast, or soccer podcast if you're in North America.
Yeah.
We're international.
Or
So-
footy, whatever.
Footy.
Yeah.
Footy podcast.
Football.
Alright. Or football.
Football.
Or football.
whatever, but yeah.
Or le foot. Le foot if you're in France.
Le foot. Okay.
Alright. Or calcio in Italy.
What in Spain?
Football.
Football. Okay.
Yeah.
Because we're going to talk about La Liga.
Yeah, we're going to talk about La Liga, so it's an episode about football.
Yeah.
All right, so first thing, El Clásico. We watched El Clásico. Did we watch El Clásico together? Or?
No.
No. Okay, I watched that one on my
It was
own.
on Wednesday, which
Oh,
is
yeah.
stupid.
Yeah, because we live in the United States,
Yeah.
so...
And if any Spanish authorities is listening to our podcast,
Oh, it was totally legal.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, don't please put it on like Wednesdays. That's my request.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's what you
what I'm
said.
saying. Yeah, I don't know how you said like it's totally legal, but I was saying that if I expect some La Liga people to listen to our podcast and they might make their decisions on what we say in our podcast.
Yeah, of course. Yes,
Yeah,
of course they're going to listen to us.
Yeah. So yeah, don't change the date. Like put it always on a weekend. I mean that's what I was.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. It is very stupid to put a Clásico on a Wednesday.
Yeah.
I mean,
And
what are you
trying
thinking
to-
about?
Yeah, they're trying to make a North American market where they want to.
It doesn't
Based-
any market. I mean, you put it
Yeah.
on a Wednesday. It's like the biggest game in European football.
Yeah.
Football.
And then, yeah, they were
In
even
world
talking
football.
about playing some games in Miami. You know that, right? Like
Yeah,
making
I don't
some
know. I don't know if
matches
that's
in
going to
Miami.
happen, but that would be a good idea. That would be fun.
Yeah, but then you put Clásico on a Wednesday, which is like
Yeah, the Clásico on a Wednesday is just not a good idea. But in any case, I did get to see it a little bit.
a little bit.
I didn't see the whole thing, but I saw most of the game,
Okay.
and it was kind of a boring game to be honest.
Exactly, I was
Let's
gonna
be
say.
honest. Yeah,
Yeah, it was one more.
Nothing really
goal.
happened.
Yeah,
it's probably
boring.
one of the worst Clásicos in recent memory. To be
Yeah.
honest, yeah.
I mean, to be
It was
honest,
pretty underwhelming, and it had everything to be great except being on a Wednesday. It had, the Barcelona and Real Madrid are having a very, very, very close year competitively in La Liga. They had the same points.
yeah,
Um,
I just think that
both teams good form.
Yeah, I just think that their squads are not strong enough. That's where, if you see a Liverpool versus City game right now compared to Barcelona versus Madrid, you can see just the quality of squads.
You think Liverpool and Manchester City are
far better.
really far better?
Yeah, Barcelona and Madrid, probably it was just Messi. That's the only X factor that they have, because it's just not that good of a squad that they come up with, and the quality of football is not better. Last three or
I mean, Liverpool did get beat by Barcelona 3-0.
not only that, Liverpool versus City games are far more interesting.
But I mean, Barcelona beat Liverpool 3-0.
it was Messi. That's the main player.
Well, Messi's the dude.
If you take him out of the equation, like in the Clásico, Messi was not that good. I mean, he still found out Alba on a couple of occasions, like one particular cross I remember, but it's only him at the end of the day. Still, it's very much him. I don't know what Griezmann does.
Yeah, I mean,
Griezmann
I
is-
wouldn't say it's just Messi. I mean, Messi is a big part of it, but I mean, Suarez and Griezmann. I mean, those
I don't
are
know
some
what Griezmann
world-class
does.
players.
Honestly, I think Griezmann is confused. Valverde is confused. Like everyone, I seriously want to know what is the role of
Griezmann,
Griezmann.
you should listen to this guy. You're confused.
Yeah. No, I'm pretty sure he knows he's confused because they were talking
Well,
about.
it's a difficult transition. Even Neymar, in his first year playing for Barcelona, he was kind of crappy.
I don't know, man. Like 60 minutes, they were talking about substituting him twice, and he got substituted. I think in the end.
I think he tends to look better when Messi and Suarez are not around.
Because then he plays his natural position, which should be the case.
And he doesn't feel quite as intimidated.
Probably, but I think he's playing
But I
way
think-
out of position.
But I think he's kind of like growing into the role. I'm more optimistic than you are. I think he's growing into the role, and I think that Griezmann, Messi, Suarez partnership. I mean, that can be that can take them to the title, to the championship, European Champions League title and the La Liga title. Doesn't mean it's going to happen, but I think they have the quality. I don't think they're so far behind.
I mean, La Liga, yeah, for sure, but I don't know about the Champions League. That's all I can say.
Yeah, no, I don't know either, but I wouldn't say they're really far behind. I think they still have the quality. Even though I would agree with you, Liverpool is the best team in the world right now.
Not only that, like
the way they're
Liverpool
playing.
versus City is way better.
But
than,
for example, Manchester City, Barcelona, I don't know how that would go down.
Probably City.
You think City beats
with full team
Barcelona?
With full team of
I'm
City?
not so convinced.
They have the injuries. They have a lot of defensive problems, but with City's first 11, I'm pretty sure. Unless until Messi does again something magical, which he can.
I'm not so
always
convinced. But I guess I'm pretty sure we're going to find out at some point.
Yeah, I mean, Barcelona.
Either a City. Well,
City's playing Madrid.
City's playing Madrid, so we're going to find out very soon.
Yeah.
And they might play Barcelona at some point. I mean, they play almost every couple of years, and for the Champions League. I mean, they've been playing each other a lot.
Yeah.
So
but
we might actually find out this season.
But I'm not talking about head to head, but rather talking about just comparison between two of the biggest games. And Liverpool versus City is much more interesting,
more compelling game.
Yeah, if you remember the last 3 or 4, or they even played in Champions League.
I think it's also
like it's always 3-2, 4-3, heavy, high scoring.
I think it's also because they kind of go crazy against each other.
And it used
Liverpool,
to happen.
Manchester City.
Yeah, it used to happen back in the day when Clasico was.
Oh yeah, especially the Mourinho Guardiola.
Yeah, that's the rivalry. Now it's like so.
But that was the golden age of the Clasico.
Yeah, now it feels dull.
Rivalry.
Like not the passion, even the fights are not there. Sergio Ramos tried to start up something a couple of times. I think he misses his old fighting thing.
He misses old times.
Yeah.
Old times. So, man, you got to bring Pepe back, and he'll start some shit.
Yeah, but he started to fight a couple of times, but no one responded. So Ramos was like, "Okay, I'll take a yellow card."
Okay, if you're listening to this, which I'm sure you're not, but you should start more fights.
Yeah, make it more interesting.
Guys, make it more interesting.
Yeah. The only interesting part to me is that Madrid has a new CDM or probably center midfielder, Federico Valverde. I think he's a future superstar. He's like 21.
He looks very good,
and he was standout to me. He's playing so well.
Yeah, I mean he looks very good, and he's very young. I think
he's 21.
21.
Yeah,
he's from Uruguay, right?
He's from Uruguay. Yeah, he is someone that makes almost forget you about Modric. No, he's so good. He's so good on the ball.
Yeah, I mean, I think he looks very good.
He's 21 playing.
And Uruguay is going to need a little bit more for this new generation as well.
Yeah.
You know, Suarez and Cavani are 32, 33, I think.
A lot of their players are old.
Yeah. Also, Godin is also pretty old, so they need some new guys.
Yeah.
If they're going to keep the same level. So,
but Valverde is very good.
Also, I like Betancourt is also very good. So they can form quite a powerful partnership in midfield.
In Uruguay.
Yeah,
sure.
Betancourt from Juventus.
Yeah. He's also young.
Yeah, his problem is that he's playing for Juventus, and Juventus has 10,000 midfielders at the moment. But he's very talented.
No, but this guy, Valverde at 21, breaking into the first team of Madrid.
It's incredible.
Starting
Especially when you look at the quality that they have.
Yeah. And the money
they have a lot of midfielders as well. It's not quite as much as Juventus, but they have a lot.
And they never start. They don't give that much chance to young, inexperienced players that often.
Yeah, traditionally, yeah.
They don't want them. Give them a chance.
Vinicius and Rodrigo, they're having some trouble breaking into the team.
Yeah,
because there's just so many guys.
Right. So he stood out. I think
he's breaking into the team. Valverde is definitely breaking into the team.
In Barcelona, Frankie de Jong is playing like very comfortably.
Frankie de Jong is.
He's like one of the top midfielders.
So Real Madrid drew today against Bilbao.
Athletic Club Bilbao. Yeah.
And Barcelona won
against Sevilla? Or no?
No, it wasn't Sevilla. It was Alaves.
Alaves,
and very convincingly, 4-1.
Yeah. So the game
so now Barcelona is a little bit. Let's see, Griezmann scored against Alaves. See, that's what he does. He scores.
He scores.
Every once in a
No,
while.
he scored 7
So
goals.
Griezmann, Messi, and Suarez, they all scored.
Right.
And then Arturo Vidal, who's doing a very good job this season. Like he's a super sub.
Yeah, he's like favorite player of.
Although he started this time around, but he's been playing very well.
I know Vidal is a super sub. Yeah, I mean he comes in all the time.
Yeah, he's a very good player.
And he kind of breaks the play, like with the opponent team.
Yeah, I mean it's a luxury, right, to have a guy like Vidal that can come into the team, in the second half when the other guys are tired, and he can really do anything. Like Vidal can pretty much do anything.
Yeah.
I mean, he can defend, he can attack.
He's very versatile.
He can pass, he can score, and he scares other people. So.
Yeah, he's a very versatile player.
Like I would cross the street if I saw Vidal like walking towards me.
Yeah, probably he's a real nice guy.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't think he
cries
is.
by himself.
I really don't think so.
Who knows? But anyway, he's a good player.
He's a very good player. So Barcelona is now 2 points ahead of. I think this is a very exciting La Liga year, because you have Barcelona 39 points, Real Madrid 37, Sevilla 34. Brilliant year for Sevilla.
Mm-hmm.
And Atletico Madrid still out there, 32 points, only 7 points behind Barcelona.
Okay.
Only 5 points behind Real Madrid, and only 2 points from Sevilla. So they're pretty much still in it.
I think Atletico is like rebuilding their team this year.
Yeah.
A lot of their players are kind of new.
Felix.
Yeah, Felix is one of those people who have to get settled. I think he has a lot of talent. He just needs talent.
Yeah, it's difficult when
And
you
he's
have
a
so many
teenager.
new players.
He's a teenager.
A lot of them are pretty young. Yeah, it's more like
But-
a transition year for Atletico. So they do need to get into the Champions League though for next year.
I believe they will.
You think so?
They should.
I mean, they should, but
Yeah.
they're. I mean, it's very very tight in Spain this year, which it makes for a very interesting league.
Right, but I would put Barcelona as a favorite. And then
Yeah, Barcelona are the favorites. I think they're gonna win, but it's not certain. I mean, especially I don't think Sevilla and Atletico Madrid are gonna win, but Real Madrid is very strong,
Real Madrid would try very hard.
and there's only 2 points between the two of them, and El Clasico showed that they're very very close.
Yeah, and Madrid got a point in Nou Camp.
In Nou Camp, so
I mean, not
so
a
that
bad
actually
result.
it's a much better result for Real Madrid than it is to Barcelona.
They could have won the game. Like they had a couple of good chances. They were actually dominating for a lot of they had a better possession. That was
You
surprising.
think Real Madrid was better all around?
All around, yeah, I would say though.
Okay.
I would say that their final third, like the game in the final third, was something that was missing.
Mm-hmm.
But apart from that, they were much
And
better.
it's
In the
something
first half,
that
were
they
better.
still struggle with ever since Cristiano left. They don't have as many options. But Benzema is playing a lot better, and
He's the best player.
he's finally scoring goals,
A lot of goals.
which
How many goals, by the
it's
way?
kind of crazy that Benzema stayed so long at Real Madrid and never really scored that many goals. 12 goals.
Okay.
So
pretty
that's his
epic.
best scoring year, probably.
Yeah, one of the best.
He scored a lot of goals when they won the league with 100 points. But that's really the only year that I remember him scoring a lot of goals.
Yeah, I mean that year, everyone scored a lot of goals. I
Yeah.
guess. So,
They scored a crazy amount of goals.
yeah.
So this is probably his best year since he's been at Real Madrid. Not in terms of titles,
I kind of
but
feel
in terms
like
of like individual performance.
yeah, I kind of feel like all the La Liga teams have to go through a rebuild phase in a sort of way.
I think Barcelona's not there yet because Messi is still
Playing and
Suarez is still playing at a high level, but they have 1-2 years.
Yeah, then that would be very interesting.
1-2 years, and then they're going to be old, and so yeah. I mean, actually, I take it back. I think they do need to go through that transition, but
Yeah.
right now they're still doing their job. They're still at the highest level, but
No, I would agree.
it's the time to, but to some extent they have been trying to do that, right? Just
Yeah.
not very successfully, because Dembele didn't work out that well.
No.
Coutinho didn't work out that well.
No.
Alcácer to a lesser degree didn't work out that well.
So yeah, they did a lot of deals which didn't go in there.
But they tried to buy a lot of young. Some of them are working better, especially the new ones like Frankie De Jong.
Frankie De Jong is
working very well, and Arthur is working very well. But they tried a lot of young players without really
also
being
in the
very
back.
successful.
Like, they have to get some new players because Piqué, Alba,
Yeah,
getting old.
those guys are getting old as well.
So I'd say Jordi Alba is a fantastic player and very important for Barcelona, what he does.
Yeah.
So they need to start thinking of replacing
They're
them.
going to have to replace them.
Which is quite
Lenglet is not bad, and I think he's definitely, a good player for the future as well, and he's doing very well.
Yeah.
But they're still going to struggle when Piqué finally leaves because he's such an important player for them. He's like he's Barcelona's Sergio Ramos. So
yeah, I mean when Puyol left, they had Piqué. So that's why it was.
And now they don't really have another guy that is quite at that level, but
yeah,
they're trying. So
yeah, I don't honestly think Piqué is that good of a defender, but I mean he's still pretty good.
He's still pretty good, and also he's a leader.
Yeah, he has a certain presence in the team.
Yeah, also because he grew up in Catalonia, in Barcelona,
very passionate
in the club. So he's really, he represents the club.
Yeah.
In a way that that just doesn't happen when you bring players from abroad, right?
Yeah.
So it's hard to find a player with that sort of quality and also that embodies the values of the club like he does.
I mean, yeah, and same thing with Real Madrid. Like they have so many new players.
Yeah, it's true. But I think they still have a lot, maybe more of a base, with Modric, with Benzema, with Sergio Ramos, Carvajal, Bale. I mean, that's pretty much the base of their team, for a number of years. But they're also going to have to replace a lot of those guys. So they're going to go through that transition.
Yeah.
Especially Modric. Modric is now 34, I think, or 35. So, but Valverde seems like he's the natural replacement. So that's very good for them.
One. Yeah, it's pretty good. But in the wings, like they bought like wingers like Vinicius, Rodrigo.
Yeah.
In the striker, they bought Luka Jovic, and I haven't seen them play much, to be honest, yet. So
they haven't played a lot, but they haven't had that many opportunities
either.
So it's not entirely their fault.
I think in the back they still have like Militao and Varane as like a partnership.
And Militao is a good signing. He's young and he's very good.
So I think they would survive in the back, even if Ramos leaves for some reason.
Yeah, they're going to struggle a little bit, but not too much probably.
Mendy has.
He looks good. He's young.
Yeah, Marcelo is replacer in a sense. But yeah, that's why I think La Liga is dull and they have to go through a couple of years of build up and catching up to the English teams.
Yeah, and I think that has happened with the English teams in the past. With Manchester City building a project and Liverpool building a project and Manchester United building a project and failing. Chelsea now they're building their project. So they were doing this while the Spanish teams were just like flying and conquering Europe.
It's like cycle, like almost.
Yeah, so perhaps this is the cycle of the English teams to perform at their best, and the Spanish teams to restructure.
Because I remember in the 2007 or 8, something like those years, same thing. English teams were dominating. Like Liverpool beat Real Madrid 4-0, and even that was not a very good Liverpool.
And that was the onset of the new Barcelona and the new Real Madrid.
They bought Cristiano Ronaldo.
They bought Kaká, Benzema, Xabi Alonso all the same year in Barcelona with Messi, Xavi, Iniesta building those partnerships.
But at that time, I think 3 out of 4 Champions League semi-finalists were English teams.
Mm-hmm.
United,
It
Chelsea,
happened a
Liverpool.
couple straight years. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. I mean, it's
At
not like
at that point, it seemed like England was going to dominate for a long time.
that didn't happen because
That
Messi
didn't
and
happen.
Ronaldo
Messi and Ronaldo were
changed the.
they were part of it. I mean, Barcelona and Real Madrid also built very good teams around them,
Barcelona, yeah, sure. Barcelona
and
built the best team.
Bayern Munich as well.
Yeah.
They were very strong for a number.
But they
of
had
years.
two exceptional players, and they were lucky to a
Yeah,
certain extent
yeah.
to get Messi and Ronaldo.
They were lucky, and Bayern Munich,
Yeah.
they didn't quite, get there, but I mean they still won a Champions League, and they were very very competitive.
But I mean, that's it. That's what it is. So now it's up to the English teams to continue the dominance.
All right.
I mean, something they would look forward to.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, La Liga needs to do some smart transfer, like don't spend hundreds of millions of dollars on Coutinho and Dembele, and sometimes I feel like they have too many players in positions, and they needs to bring like probably more homegrown players like Valverde, young talents
Yeah.
from the academy.
All right. So very balanced until now, La Liga.
Yeah.
What do you think is going to happen until the end of the season? Who's going to come out on top?
Barcelona.
Yeah, Barcelona. I
I
agree.
put my money on Barcelona.
Yeah, I agree. So, all right. So so that's our mid-season review for La Liga. You
Yeah.
want to add something, Vitam, or are we good?
No, I don't think there'll be. Only question is what will happen in the transfer window. Do you see anything happening, like big things happening in transfer?
Um, I don't anticipate it for January.
Yeah.
I think in the summer for sure, but I haven't really heard anything that makes me think that there's going to be a huge.
Yeah. They just
cool.
bought a bunch of.
Maybe we'll change our mind soon because now we're gonna start hearing rumors and news, but
Yeah, I mean, it's the only thing.
I don't
is
think
that-
so. I mean, at this point, it doesn't seem like there's any big coup planned.
No, only that one thing is that Barcelona might.
And they spent a lot of money in the summer.
Yeah.
Both, all three big teams actually spent a lot of money.
Barca
So.
might like let go of Dembele.
All right.
So yeah, that's pretty much it.
Anyways, well, thanks for being with
Yeah,
us,
thank you.
and that's our La Liga mid-season review.